Good afternoon, Georgetown. It is Wednesday, which means it's time for a midweek newsreel. Sometimes this goes very well, and other times we're competing with airplanes and traffic. This is actually take 7 today. It's Wednesday. We want to remind you of 4 things. Number 1, we have a new connection guide that Eric has put together. It's on our word for the month, which is help. And you can look at this as a resource guide for you personally, individually, as a couple, as a family, as a small group. But there's lots of different kinds of activities in here for you to engage as we think about ways in which we say to one another and to God the word help. Number 2, attached to this email is a letter and also a video from Council Chair Mike Smith. This gives an update on lots of things that are happening in leadership and in our life together as a church community. So we want to encourage you to read the summary letter and watch the video. Also is a copy of a letter to parents from the Faith Formation Advisory Team. We've been encouraged by area principals to continue to pause our indoor programming because of COVID spread. But we've got an innovative bunch here who are exploring different outdoor opportunities for us to engage in terms of community life and our students. So watch for that letter, read that letter, and please take note of that. Number 3, we also have an opportunity for you in the next 9 days to complete a paper copy of one of these or use our online portal for nominating elders, deacons, care providers, as well as search team members for a pastoral search team. Now, if you've been around Georgetown long enough to know, we're glad to receive nominations either by paper and now this year electronically, but your input is important, and especially in these days when we're disconnected, and we want to encourage you to find people who are natural connectors in the life of our body of faith. And if that person is you, we encourage you to nominate yourself as well. That's perfectly fine. But the deadline for nominations is not this week Friday, but the following Friday. And we'd love to have you choose either the paper opportunity or the online one. And know that those resources will be on tomorrow's email. The 4th thing that we want to lift before you is our January initiative, which is Warming West Michigan. Krista Scout, our interim director of community relationships, has connected with Mel Trotter and Guiding Light and some other area Grand Rapids helping organizations, and we want to partner with them to address some real needs of the homeless. And attached to this email, as well as tomorrow, will be a copy of the list of the items that we need as we help these helping organizations. And our goal is to have a trailer here parked right against that island in the next few days or so. And what we'd like to have you do is drop off new items from this list. And we'll have a cart outside, and if the weather isn't cooperative, you can drop items off inside. But our modest goal is to see how far we can get that trailer filled as we help those who are homeless. In this new year, we wish you Christ's blessings. Today is actually Epiphany. In the church's calendar, January 6th is always Epiphany. We recognized Epiphany Sunday this past Sunday, and we noticed that in the season of Epiphany, God shines a new light in the world that draws all people in. And if you read the magnificent vision of Isaiah 60, you see a light that draws the nations and the neighborhoods in. And we want to encourage you today, especially, but in this season of Epiphany until we get to Lent, to think about what you can do to be a shining light in a world right now that's depressed and distressed and in darkness. How can we be an effective Christ light? We want to encourage you to find ways to be that kind of presence in your relational sphere in a world where people are regressing and not behaving well. Christians are called to be the grown-ups in the room, to be the grown-ups in the workplace, to be the ones who are mature Christ lights in a world that certainly needs it. So we want to encourage you to be that kind of person and presence today and in this season. The peace of the living Christ to you.